So companies that try to improve their performance will always try, will make sure that production costs are low. Okay, so you will have very efficient processes. And the way to measure that is productivity. Productivity, I will explain to you today the meaning of productivity and how we can improve productivity. Okay, and what are the variables that affect productivity. So typical function of managers, or you are in MBA program, so you should know that all managers actually perform these functions. Managers will have to plan. Managers do planning. Managers organize. They do staffing. Staffing means they allocate workers, employees, executive staffing. Okay, staff means people to do the work. You need human to do work. Of course, today we talk about robots doing work, but someone needs to control the robot. At the end of the day, robot cannot control itself. Can you control robot by itself? Anyone can give me example. Robot, you only have robot in the world. Can you have robots only in this world? No.
Something like the AI or
yeah, but that is only partial. Okay, artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's partial.
Okay.
For example, robot vacuum. Robot vacuum. Someone need to program it. Programming can, of course, after programming, we will able to learn AI, learn. Machine learning, okay, learn by itself. But when it get damaged, who want to repair it? Can robot repair itself? Deginayo. Cannot. So human is, that's why organizations will have humans forever. That's what I think. I may be wrong. Leading means become manager, leader, lead. Okay, leading, that means you give direction, you give instruction, and also controlling. Controlling means you make sure that you are on target, in terms of costing, in terms of finance, in terms of performance, in terms of output, whether the output meets the requirement, which is related to quality control. Okay, so that is management function. And I discussed about these 10 strategic issues. Probably I was probably halfway through here. And these are the strategic decisions. That means when you are in operations, you need to consider this. But of course, it is not one person job. It is the whole company. The whole company will have to make decisions relating to, for example, design of goods and services, because that is going to define what is required in operations. For example, you want to sell car. You want to have service, sales and service and parts. So you have to have the center. You have to have systems. So your service is providing maintenance to car buyers. Car buyers will send the car for maintenance to your shop. Then you have to have operation, you have to have systems, you have to have how to do the work. Customers, you need to determine, the system, appointment system or walk-in system, right? Because product design and services will determine quality, sustainability, and human resource. So any decision that we make, for example, I want to make a car. Toyota makes car. So when they say, I'm going to make car, then I need to design the car, right? Every 5 years, I design a new model. Geely, for example, Geely is a Chinese company. Geely is a Chinese company. Now they own Proton, Malaysia. Malaysia used to have Proton, but now Geely buy the Proton. Okay, so now they produce X70, X50. X70 is it's a CRV. It's like it's not MPV. It is SUV. What do you call sports utility vehicle, SUV. So when they buy the Proton, they have to have new product. Then this product will make sure you must design so that you can produce quality. If you cannot, who wants to buy? Who is going to buy a car with no quality? Then it relates to decisions on managing quality. How to do inspection, where to do inspection, who going to supply the parts, engine, tires, where to buy them, right? So these are all decisions that is required in operation. So you determine the customer's expectation, quality expectation, establish policies and procedures to identify and achieve that quality. So it is actually, the whole ecosystem, ecosystem of operations. Right? So product design will affect process and capacity design. So for example, I make a car. One of the process is painting. Okay, you need to paint the car. So to paint the car, you need to have the processes. So you must design the process. For example, how many it can produce in 1 hour. Then only I can say my plant capacity is 100,000 units a year, for example. So these machines, higher volume, of course, many more machines and many more maintenance. So it is related. It's related. So how you're going to produce the product, and capacity and process, it will make decision on specific technology. So it commits management to specific technology. So the decision is which technology to use. High end, middle, low end, man, 100% human, 50% robot, 50% human. So these are decisions. Okay. And location strategy. This is also operations management decision. For example, Intel produces chips. Intel, you know Intel chips. They have a factory in Malaysia, in Penang. Have you heard of Penang? Penang in Malaysia, there is a factory to produce. So how did Intel decide on, building in Malaysia? So there must be some, reasons relating to customers, suppliers, and talents that exist. Talent means human resource. And they consider cost, infrastructure, logistics, and government regulations. So location decision is important in operations management. And layout. Layout is also a strategy that is needed. You need to make decision. You need to make decision on layout so that you can integrate capacity needs, personnel levels, technology, and inventory. So a good layout, that means it is a smooth flow of materials, efficient flow of materials, people, and information. Okay. Today, when we talk about organizations, okay, we always must try and build organizations which are very responsive. Okay, today we talk about digital, IR 4.0. Kita ketua Rimaska, IR 4.0. Kita ketua Rimaska. Industry Revolution 4.0. Kita ketuk hari maskar. Nice. So today, digitalization, like you said just now, AI, artificial intelligence, AI, robot, what do you call, 3D printing. Okay, we can produce sample products. So this will determine how the layout of the factory is. Okay, we have smart factories today. Smart factories mean factory which are actually having a lot of automation and digitalization. You know, a lot of use of internet and so on. So that must relate to human resource and job design. So we need to recruit. Recruit means to take in. We need to motivate. I know what is the inner. Just now, who said just now? So inner, you know, motivation and how to retain personnel, required talent and skills. And job can be designed. I said last week, job must be designed. And supply chain management issues. Today, because of COVID, the supply chain has been disrupted. Okay, not to say, you know, COVID, what happened when after COVID, now it start recovering, but the supply chain means materials or parts. For example, I source jelly buy parts from China. Because of COVID, you know, some of the parts cannot be sent to Malaysia. So cars cannot be produced. There's going to be a lost time. Why? Lost time waiting for parts. So you need to think about supply chain. You need to integrate supply chain into the firm's strategy. So supply chain determine what is to be purchased from whom and under what conditions. And that relates to inventory management. Inventory are things that you keep for stock, you know, raw materials, spare parts for equipment. So you need to make sure you don't keep too much cost for inventory. And other things like scheduling, you need to make sure you have good scheduling system in delivery of parts and production. So that is important. Okay. Right. There are so many other decisions. These are all decisions, but we are going to go to them, you know, like maintenance also. Maintenance is important because the facilities, if it is broken, okay, then they will result into the process not being able to run. Okay. Of course, in Japan, if you go to 7-Eleven, okay, 7-Eleven. So you want to buy, for example, hot coffee. Hot coffee, they use machine, right? Machine. So if the machine break down, you need to go for maintenance. So how is the maintenance system? So even small shops like 7-Eleven will also consider maintenance. What more, okay, if you think of car company, big car company with a lot of machines and robots. So if they don't have maintenance, it will disrupt operations. It will stop production. When production stops, you have 50 workers on the floor, production floor. So they don't work because production stopped. They don't work because there's no machine. Machine cannot run. So what is that impact or effect to the company? What is the effect? Anyone? Anyone can answer this? I repeat the question. If machine breakdown, spoil, machine breakdown. So machine cannot run. So what happened is I have to stop production. 50 people in the production line. What do they do now? When machine break down, what happened to them? What happened to them? Yule, what happened?
Well, they have to delay the order and delay the production.
Okay. But immediately, you know, as a manager, now your 50 employees, what are they doing now?
After the machine breakdown?
Yeah, after the machine breakdown, what are they doing? They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They don't have work to do because production is stopped. Correct. So if production stopped for 1 hour, how much salary you have paid to the workers? Okay, you don't have to answer the numbers. I'm just asking you to think. You are paying salary, but no work. You are paying wages, but the production line is stopped. It's lost to the company. Okay, so that's why, you know, this is very important that maintenance is up to date. Parts are supplied. No part supply, line stop. Line stop. Production worker, you know, even manager also no work. No job to do because line stop. Okay. So that is it's a loss. But of course, some people, as managers, as operation managers, we have to think about efficiency and effectiveness. Okay. I mean, management will always think about that, right? In any organization, most important is efficiency and management, efficiency and effectiveness, which I'm going to introduce later about productivity. Okay. So these are the kinds of jobs that operation management students, operation management. Because in some universities there is a a specialization in operations management, but I don't think in Meiji they have operations management major specific into operations management. So these are the kind of jobs, like productivity improvement. I like this thing because at the end of the day, quality improvement. If we want companies to survive, we need to improve quality. We need to reduce costs. We need to increase productivity. How to do that? We need knowledge about, methods, tools to do that. Okay, so that's the reason why, and there is a lot of opportunities. Did you get all of you get the slides? Do you have the slides? Okay, then probably I can Ch1a send to one of the the students, if you can type in your email and one of you can just send to each other so that you can, because this is notes which I've already shared to you. So Ch1a, if you can email to Yule or Fang Yi, and then you can share so that you are not lost. Share the note, the PowerPoint. PowerPoint oh, okute kudasai.
Okay.
Some of the association related to operations management area is the association for operations management. There are certifications for that. For example, if you are into supply chain management, there is a council for supply chain. Supply chain is a very good area to go into. I'm just encouraging you. Okay. Another good area to go is actually quality management, supply chain management, logistics. These are the future areas that, for example, logistics and supply chain, because it's on the operation. How to handle crisis situation, how to handle logistics problems in crisis. For example, now we are in crisis because of COVID. Agree? We are in crisis because of COVID. Corona.
Yes.
We are in crisis. So do you think logistics and supply chain is important? Think about it. Okay, so that is. I'm not going to go through this in detail. You can read, and I've also given the book to dari Yusuke. I have an e-book. I've shared the e-book to one of you, so you must read the book so that, because I don't have to explain every single thing of this. But basically, it is actually from the scientific management era, industrial engineering. Ch1a, what do you call? Frederick Taylor, one of the pioneers for scientific management. So this was cost focus. Then they moved to quality focus, which is total quality management, Borich, Deming Award, okay, and mass customization today until globalization focus. Today, it's already beyond globalization, but of course, it's disrupted now. So in history, 2020, disrupted by COVID. So future book will have COVID-19 disruption, okay, disrupt. Today we talk about sustainability, ethics, right? Sustainable development goals. Kita kotorimaska, sustainable development goals. United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This is history, okay, history of the development. So I'm not going to go to the detail, but this is some of the milestones of the history of operation management, right? From Adam Smith, which is the division of labor, and then standardized parts, Ch1a quality control, and motion study, Ford assembly line, okay, Ford assembly line. That is the start of mass production, okay, mass production. So that is the beginning. So it's already 100 years, but of course it will change because of the new Industry 4.0, Industry 4.0, right until well, computer was invented 1938, and then CAD, computer aided design. We in manufacturing, my background is engineering, so computer aided design for designing products. We can see if afterwards some technology on computer aided design if have chance by the time here. Globalization 1992, but of course I don't think globalization is beyond before that because the people have been doing trading for many centuries. China had been selling to Malaysia since Cheng-ho, 1400s. Okay, the Ming Dynasty. They have already started doing business between China and Indonesia, Java. You know Java Island in Indonesia. So Jakarta. So this globalization is, well, it's new. It's new in 1992, but the old form of globalization is already there. And internet in 1995. But of course, this speed up the need for companies to become efficient. Okay, especially one of the turnaround is in 1980, 79-80, because the Americans were fighting with the Japanese about car manufacturing. So there's a competition, big competition. Okay, I'm not going to go through this. This is okay. Probably this is important to just have a look. Taylor Frederick Taylor, okay, one of the scientific management expert, the founder of scientific management in what 1900s, 1881. So he studied how tasks were done. So he created motion and time study, and he created the efficiency principles. So he has been studied for a long time. Efficiency principles, how to design work, how to do work study. There is a topic on this, and there is a chapter on this in our subject. But he said that management should take more responsibility for matching employees to the right work, right job. You read carefully, management should take more responsibility. At that time, or even until today, management leaders don't take responsibility of trying to make sure employees have the knowledge to do the job. That's one thing, knowledge. As well as you must provide the proper training. So you need the skills, knowledge, skills, and you must provide the proper work methods and tools. To do a job, you need the proper tools. If you don't give the proper tools, company expect output from the employees. But if you do not provide the proper tools, for example, sweeping the floor, you need good brooms, good sweeping, cleaning equipment. If you don't give good equipment, you cannot do, the job is not going to be efficient. Okay, you will complete late, you will, produce rejects, for example. Okay, so knowledge, skills, and I've seen many who actually talk about attitude excellence. Okay, so knowledge, skills, attitude is required. And establish incentive. Legitimate means suitable or legally recognized. Minimum wage, okay, minimum wage. That's why US has very good, minimum wage. Yeah? There are good things about US, so we have to understand that. Okay, all countries have their own, culture and good things. Even China, there are good things in. China is moving very fast today. It's probably going to be the biggest economy. It's already the biggest economy. All right. So with all the technology and that's why the Americans are afraid of Chinese. I'm open. Okay, you can discuss, and of course, in China, there is a limited communication chances. Okay, you're bounded by the communist rule. Okay, right. Another one, Frank and Lillian Gilbreth, who developed also work measurement methods, further develop work measurement methods. At that time, you imagine Frank Gilbreth and Lillian Gilbreth have already developed the movements of the hands. Because I'm an industrial engineer, so I did this during undergraduate. How to move from one position to another position. Grabs, take, grabs, insert. We study these micro motions, we call it. Micro motions. So human, we already understand micro motion. Okay, it is called predetermined time measurement standards. Okay, in industry. So we can actually design work, and we can make sure that how long to produce the component or the parts. Okay, so they were the one who actually developed husband and wife engineering team. Henry Ford is known for his assembly line. Do you know him? You must know him. If you do not know him, people in business must also know him. I'm in engineering. I also know him because he's an engineer. Okay. So this is, he created Ford Motor. That's where Toyota studied, okay? Toyota copy from Ford Motor, but they didn't copy the bad thing, they copied the good things. They copied the good things and they invented the different. And productivity increased as well as pay. During that time, okay, paid workers very well at that time. Productivity increased because they use assembly line, very specialized work. One person only fix the tire. Okay, so of course it's not motivation, but that's how you improve productivity. Okay. And Deming, one of my admired quality guru, he died in 1993. Actually, my background is, my PhD is actually in TQM, Total Quality Management. So my research area is a lot in total quality management. So Deming is American guru, okay? So he actually, you must know this guy because he went to Japan and teach you quality control methods, okay, in 1950s. Deming and also Juran. There's another guy which is actually Juran, J.M. Juran. They went to Japan and teach statistical quality control. Then after that, Japan developed the QCC, quality control circles. And they developed your system of, advanced, wonderful quality methods. Actually, Japan has one of the best quality system compared to also, like German. So use statistics to analyze process. Statistics is important to understand a lot of nature's behavior. Okay. Do you know statistics? Statistics wakarimasu ka? Tatoeba X bar. Wakarimasu ne? X bar. Average. Or mean. So this is statistics. What is mean? What is sigma? So need statistics to understand process, analyze process. Ima no data analytics ne. Data analytics ima ichiban yoku skaimasu ne. Business analytica. Maka kita koto ne analytics in business. They use statistics. That's all. Fundamental is the same. Okay. Only you have a recognition system today. Anyway, he invented quality issues and other contribution. Okay. So operations management is the contribution from many areas. That is what the message is. The message is the operations management field is the field or the area coming from here, from human factors, industrial engineering, and so on. Okay, then only you can actually manage and run operation effectively and efficiently. Of course, today, it's going into biological science, vaccine production, very fast production. I do not know how. Any questions? So manufacturers, the difference between goods and services, there is a difference. Okay, manufacturers produce tangible. Do you know tangible? Tangible product. Tangible means something we can actually see. This is a pen. It's a tangible. Tangible. See, feel. Of course, is food tangible? Food tangible. Is food tangible? Food. So when you go to restaurant like Hard Rock Cafe, so you have to order, if you order food and drink, Okay. So restaurant, is it a manufacturer or is it service? Where does it fall under? Which industry is fall? Restaurant. I repeat the question. Restaurant, is it manufacturer or service?
The food and drink is service, and
yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. So this is service. So service, the products or the thing that you get is intangible. So in restaurant, what kind of expectations, what kind of what we call what kind of service do you actually want? Food and drink, what kind of service do you actually expect? Anyone?
Something to eat or drink.
Yeah, but you want to eat, drink, do you want it slow? Do you want it, are you willing to go to a restaurant that provide food which doesn't taste good? Oishi kunai? Nah? Surely not, right? Surely not. Okay, so services offer intangible, things that you cannot see. You go to hotels, you know hotel is service. What is the product? Wait, what do you get when you go to hotel? You pay 100. What do you get?
A nice place to
rest, nice place
yeah.
to sleep. That is intangible. That is intangible. You know, intangible? Between intangible and tangible. So products are tangible, services are not tangible. So manufacturers produce tangible products. But the operation activities often are very similar. Okay, operations very similar. You need to order material, you need to produce it, you need to clean up the room, you need someone to schedule the cleaning of the rooms. You must schedule the people who book the room. You must schedule the front desk, banks, same. Okay. So these are some of the differences between goods and services, the character of services. You write in airline seat, it's intangible. Of course, the character of goods, the seat itself is tangible. Production and consumption is simultaneous. So this is keyword for services. Produce and consume simultaneously. Simultaneously means at the same instant of time. Okay, you go to beauty salon, beauty haircut, which is consumed as it is produced. Now you are learning a new topic. So this is education is a service. You are consuming, except at the same time I'm producing. I'm producing, the service. Teaching, not service. You consume. You consume means you are getting the information, knowledge, ideas. So that is, production and consumption. And high customer interaction. But because of COVID, actually, I do not like to. My preference is face-to-face. Because face-to-face, I can actually get you to answer my questions. But now I cannot. I will wait for answers. So high customer interaction is very, very crucial in service. But in production, is of course no customer involvement, less, not much. Limited customer involvement. Inconsistent product definition. Auto insurance changes with age and type of car. Product standardized, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, okay, or Samsung Note 3, 4, 5, 6, standardized, okay. But not really standardized because they standardized based on market. US market is a bit different from Southeast Asia, Malaysian market, and so on. Quality can be hard to evaluate. Do you understand? For service, quality may be quite difficult to assess, to evaluate. But in tangible, it's quite straightforward, easy. For example, the strength of the bolt, very easy as as engineer. But it doesn't mean that you cannot do it, and you can actually, for example, this, you see this cap for this pen, you see it, right?
Yes.
So I have to make this exactly the same size so that it fits. If this is too big, size too big, then it cannot close. Very easy. If I want to know the strength, I just put it in the machine, I break it, I calculate how many times. Very easy. But of course, as product become more complicated, then, but there are technology to do that. There are technologies. Okay, not being far.